So we're going to be joined here by Blake Mitchell from Boulder Interact, and we're going to do the On the Spot segment here. And Blake, you were the first ever on the spot for BevNet. You know that, right?
No.
We invented this segment for you.
Wonderful.
Blake, great designer from Boulder Interact, and we're just going to get right into it here, starting with Sprig. Okay, we're going to talk about Sprig first. Blake, what do you think of this package?
Let's see. I actually tried this one a few weeks ago. Got it actually at MedMen. And I think
they're going the dispensary route, and I think they're also in conventional.
They're
as well.
in conventional. I think they've done a wonderful job of being approachable and being mainstream. So as you look at, there's a lot of other brands coming out in the CBD space. They're a little bit more kind of niche-y, and so I think this is going to open it up for more consumers coming to CBD. I
think so too. I like their package, and I think it's highly accessible, and the product's good too. What about Kids Love, Blake? We got Kids Love next.
Kids Love.
This is better for you water for kids. It tastes great.
Yeah, I actually was on a panel. I was like a judge at Food Vision a few weeks ago. This Kids for Food Summit in Chicago, and the entrepreneur, the founder, pitched. So I think it's really engaging. My feedback actually to her directly was that I think there's a larger opportunity for this to be more about the more targeted for the kid who's going to ultimately be drinking this, consuming this, and then
what do you think of the package size?
Well, again, it's for a kid, so I think it's a nice size. But I think on the front there, it's a little. I think there's a lot of information that isn't required. I think that should either be on the side or back.
Sure.
Or
one of the things I liked
box.
about it, resealable, because kids can't drink the whole thing at once, and I think that's pretty interesting. New beverage showdown contestant here, Split Decision.
Split Decision.
Yeah.
Well, I want to know. I mean, okay, what is it?
It's
Curious
a mashup.
Cold brew.
They're mashing up coffee with other beverages, basically.
So what is Thai iced tea normally? Isn't that condensed milk with black tea?
Yeah, super sweet,
super
sweet black tea with coffee. Mash up here. One of the things we talked about was it's confusion, and we figured maybe they meant to confuse because like it's a confusing product for start. Does that pull you in, Blake? The confusion of this product?
No, I don't think you're doing any consumers service by confusing them at shelf.
I'll agree. Physique. What do you think?
It's straightforward, that's for sure. It's following a lot of the kind of beverage queue norms that you see on packages.
For a sparkling water, right?
So they've got the bubbles, all the call-outs.
What do you think the primary thing they want you to know here is?
20 grams of protein.
20 grams of protein, I think.
Sparkling protein water. Didn't know I needed it, but there it is.
Who do you think someone needs sparkling protein water?
I think it was probably only a matter of time before we got a sparkling protein water, given how much sparkling water is on the market.
Yeah, here it is. Physique. Yeah. Physique's right in front of you right now. Let's go to a shot here. Let's talk about Lumen Hemp Elixir.
Great. I actually have not tried this yet, but I guess purely from
you should probably steal that because it's great.
From the design perspective, I think they're doing a good job. I mean, we've done a lot of work in the shot category, and it's definitely differentiated.
But hemp elixir, what does that tell you?
I guess from the hemp elixir standpoint, it doesn't really give me anything. I mean, so it's not because it's
right.
CBD. Like, what is it?
A lot of questions, right?
What's it doing for me? And because I think this is the one where it's actually hemp juice. So I definitely want to know as a consumer, like, you got to have some sort of taste.
It's a cold pressed juice that has all the stuff in it. So I think you have to read a lot more of the label to figure out exactly what it's doing for you. I'm with you on that one, buddy. But I do feel like if you take that off the shelf and you try it, you're going to like it. You just aren't going to know exactly what it's going to do. All right. We got Yerba Orange Vanilla Dream. Yerba Mate. What do you think?
Straightforward.
So glad we're doing this together, man. The first one back full circle. This
amazing.
Is awesome.
I mean, they're giving you exactly what you need, including they got the call-outs, again, following a lot of the typical kind of cues here. I think the use of black is nice, and then that they're using the...
Just typical of other yerba mate beverages you've seen?
I would... No, I think
I've seen a lot more yellow, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot more yellow.
Bright. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting that they're kind of zigging while others are zagging. How about Limitless?
Limitless. We actually we worked on this. So I personally love it. I think they've done a phenomenal job. And it's, this is a line extension.
What was the brief?
Of the brand. Well, the extension, the brief ultimately was that they wanted to go into a new category, which was caffeinated with sparkling water, but still retain some of the brand equities. So we've seen it a lot on shelf around the country, and it looks pretty.
I love the brand.
amazing.
I think it has the appropriate call outs. This can's a little damaged, but probably the one on the brand cam isn't. On the bottom, the great call outs, and it's a nice clean design. I love the use of white space on this can.
Yep.
What about Tree Below Zero?
Tree Below Zero. Another hemp oil extract.
So, just so you know, I put Blake really on the spot. He hasn't seen half these beverages,
I have not seen this. Tree Below Zero. Certainly a fun name, but I don't know that it has
Is
legs.
it CBD? Is it not CBD? Is it THC? Who knows, right?
Yes.
But Tree Below Zero, I think for me, this thing needs to be a lot smaller, and the hemp call out needs to be bigger because that's what's going to get somebody to try this thing.
Yeah, I also want to, what is Tree Below Zero?
It's like 3 below 0, Tree
Yep.
Below 0. All right. Recover 180.
Cool. Clean. No idea what I'm recovering from. Is this another protein water?
Functional hydration at the top. You
Functional
don't see that
hydration.
immediately, though, right?
No. And it's still, there's so many functional beverages out there that I don't know what exactly this is doing.
How are you going to recover from this interview? How can people out in the millions of people?
180.
How can the millions of people that are watching get a hold of you, Blake?
How can they get a hold of me?
Yeah.
InteractBoulder.com.
At InteractBoulder.com. Blake,
Yeah.
it's been phenomenal seeing
Awesome.
you
Thank
and
you for
having you
having
on the
me,
show.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.